welcome back to Steve Sports. Today we're kicking off our preseason West Virginia high school football coverage, and I figured there's no better place to start than ranking my top 15 players in each class of West Virginia. In this video, we're going to be going over 3A, and please keep in mind these are not recruiting rankings. These are my personal opinion over who impacts Friday nights the most. I take into account productivity, versatility, what players have accomplished already, and what I think they'll accomplish this season. So with that in mind, let's jump right in. Before we get into the top 15, I want to highlight 3 players to watch that just missed the cut this season. First up is Malachi Hope from South Charleston. Hope is already one of the most explosive running backs in the state, and he doubled as a really good defensive back last season for Riverside. This year, he'll be running behind one of the best offensive lines in West Virginia football. South Charleston has a chance to make a huge jump this season, and don't be surprised if Hope is one of the biggest reasons why. Next is running back Aaron Hood Jr. from Princeton. He logged quality varsity snaps as a freshman at Mount View and immediately flashed elite speed last season. He's tougher between the tackles than people realize, and he's continued to add size to his frame. I think he's going to become one of the premier running backs in West Virginia over the next couple seasons. And last, Camden Sperringer from Brooke. The Sperringer name has basically become synonymous with the quarterback position at Brooke High School. Heading into this season, it looks like they'll have a Sperringer under center for the 6th consecutive year. Camden already saw varsity action in multiple positions as a freshman. He's a really good athlete, and he's definitely someone worth keeping an eye on this fall. Now let's hop into the top 15 rankings. At number 15, Isaiah Heflin, Robert C. Berg. Starting the list at number 15 is Robert C. Berg quarterback Isaiah Heflin. Heflin has been one of the most solid dual-threat quarterbacks in the state over the last few years, and last season he threw for over 1,100 yards by adding another 500 on the ground and accounting for 22 total touchdowns. His improved decision-making and rushing ability makes him one of the top quarterbacks in 3A. Number 14, Seth Robinson, Elkins. Coming in at number 14 is Elkins running back Seth Robinson. Robinson is one of the most underrated players in the entire state. He rushed for over 1,200 yards while also being one of Elkins' best defensive players. At 6 foot and around 225 pounds, he's physical enough to play multiple positions at the next level. He sets the edge extremely well on defense, runs with power on offense, and every time I watch his film, I come away more impressed. At 13, I've got Hampshire running back Roscoe Dean. Dean was the engine of Hampshire's offense last year with nearly 1,500 all-purpose yards and 15 touchdowns. He's got legitimate game-breaking speed, and what really impressed me was how physical he runs. He's become a much better receiver out of the backfield too, and I think that's something college coaches are really going to notice this season. Number 12, Jared Miller, Winfield. At number 12 is Winfield quarterback Jared Miller. Miller had a breakout junior season where he put up 1,900 all-purpose yards with 26 touchdowns en route to his second-team All-State bid. He's a fast quarterback who can throw well on the run and fits in this Winfield offense perfectly. He's a true dual-threat quarterback, and I think another big season is coming during his senior year. Number 11, Brian Poindexter Jr., North Marion. Just outside of the top 10 is Brian Poindexter Jr. Even while sharing carries with the West Liberty commit Toby Michael, he still nearly rushed for 1,200 yards and scored 14 touchdowns. This year, all those carries should belong to him, and running behind one of the better offensive lines in Class 3A, I think Poindexter has a chance to put together one of the best statistical seasons in the entire state. Number 10, Jaden Hatfield, Elkins. Cracking the top 10 is Jaden Hatfield. Everyone knows about the speed. He's one of the fastest players in West Virginia. After rushing for over 2,000 yards and 30 touchdowns, breaking a lot of records at South Harrison, he transferred over to Elkins and injuries slowed him down, ending his season early. Assuming he's healthy, I think Hatfield is primed for a huge senior campaign with the Tigers. Number 9, Tremel Musgrove, South Charleston. At number 9 is one of the youngest players on the list, Tremel Musgrove. If this ranking was based purely on upside, he'd be number 1. He's already around 6'4", runs a 4.6 40, and has offers from schools like Penn State, Tennessee, and Virginia Tech. He possesses an unbelievable combination of size and athleticism, and he still has room to become more productive statistically, but the ceiling is absolutely through the roof for the young edge rusher. Remember the Musgrove name because he has a legit shot at becoming a 5-star recruit. Number 8, Gabe Martin, Bridgeport. Coming in at number 8 is Gabe Martin. Injuries robbed him of most of last season, but don't forget how dominant he was before he went down. Martin is one of the toughest football players in the state. Whether it's running back or linebacker, he's been incredibly productive, extremely smart, and as versatile as they come. I think he could even play safety at the next level. He's racked up 99 tackles, 16 for a loss, and forced 6 turnovers over his last 18 games while adding 6 touchdowns on offense. Make no mistake, healthy Gabe Martin is one of the best players in West Virginia. Number 7, Landon Moore, Princeton. At number 7 is Marshall commit Landon Moore, and I know some people are going to think this is low, and I completely understand why. He's been one of the most dominant offensive linemen in West Virginia that I can remember over the last decade. Over 90 pancake blocks and 0 sacks allowed during his career, he's anchored Princeton's offensive line every Friday night. The only reason he isn't higher is positional value. He only plays one side of the ball, and that kind of hinders him on this list. Number 6, TK Porter, Herbert Hoover. At number 6 is TK Porter. Simply put, he's the most electric return man in West Virginia this season. Over 1,700 all-purpose yards and 23 touchdowns. He's elite as a receiver, dangerous in the return game, and can even double as a running back. Now he'd be joining Herbert Hoover, who is not short of weapons. He affects every phase of football, and I think another all-state season is on the way for Porter. Number 5, Dakota Dalton, Chapmanville. Breaking into the top 5 is Dakota Dalton. As just a sophomore, he helped lead Chapmanville to the best season in school history. At 6'3" and 220 pounds, he already has the frame that colleges love. He's got a huge arm and makes smart decisions, and is athletic enough to extend plays when things break down. Even after losing some of his main weapons, I still expect another monster year from the Chapmanville quarterback. Number 4, David Robinson Jr., Herbert Hoover. At number 4 is David Robinson. When healthy, I think he's the best running back in West Virginia. He rushed for over 1,000 yards and 14 touchdowns in just 7 games last year at Capital. Now he joins a Herbert Hoover offense that's loaded with talent, meaning defenses won't be able to stack the box against him nearly as often. He's already committed to Army, but don't be surprised if more Division I programs continue to show interest as he puts together a huge senior campaign. Number 3, Anthony Smith, Fairmont Senior. Number 3 belongs to quarterback Anthony Smith. Smith transferred into West Virginia after being one of Pennsylvania's top freshman quarterbacks, and he immediately lived up to the hype. His accuracy is what separates him from most quarterbacks. He's got great size, clean mechanics, and already holds double-digit D1 offers. He may have lost some of his weapons, but quarterbacks like Smith make everyone around them better, and I expect a huge junior year from the talented quarterback. Number 2, Peyton Grigsby, Herbert Hoover. Coming in at number 2 is quarterback Peyton Grigsby. To me, he's the most underrated quarterback anywhere in West Virginia. He threw for over 3,200 yards and 36 touchdowns while spreading the football around to everyone. 4 different receivers had over 600 yards last year. He's also stingy with the football. He only threw 6 interceptions last year while completing 62% of his passes. He's got one of the most talented skill groups in the state around him, a good offensive line, and a strong defense, all pointing to the gunslinger having another huge season next year. Number 1, Gavin Williams, Bridgeport. Taking the top spot on my list is Bridgeport's Gavin Williams. Some people might disagree, but I said it in his title for his video, Gavin Williams is the most dangerous kicker in the entire country. While being a D1 level kicker, he's also rushed for nearly 2,000 yards and 27 touchdowns last season. He's a complete game changer. Whether it's flipping field position with touchbacks, drilling PATs at a 95% clip, or breaking off 70-yard touchdown runs, He impacts the game in every way possible. Bridgeport running backs always seem to get better with experience in that offense, and with Gavin leading the way, I think the Indians are poised to be one of the toughest teams to beat anywhere in West Virginia. That's my top 15 players in Class 3A heading into the 2026 season. I'm sure you guys disagree with this list, but that's the joys of building this community. Let me know below who you would change and who you think I overrated. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and let me know your own top 15 in the comments. I'll see you guys next time. As always, stay blessed.